Hey everyone, my name is Dan. I've been a business and trademark attorney. Once you submit the application and everything goes through, right now they issue digital certificates as a cost-saving measure, I suppose, but you are allowed to obtain a printed certificate from the United States Patent and Trademark Office. So we ordered one for her and had it delivered to her place.
Yeah, I'm gonna frame it and I'm gonna tattoo it to my ass. That's how much I appreciate you. So no,
That's my suggestion.
I truly believe that when you're building a company, there's some pride in it. Your
Mhm.
name really you identify with your name, and it stays with you forever. So really put that in your budget because we talk about building a business. There is budget for marketing. I know Wendy spends a lot on her brand marketing, events. I spend a lot on hosting events. Dan knows that. Whenever I'm traveling, I always like take people. I took Dan out, took a lot of people out, but it's part of the business and it is a write-off. So when you are getting a trademark attorney, a CPA for your business, I get a receipt from Dan. So it's actually my business expense. It should cost you nothing because you write it off. So when you think about cost, it shouldn't even be a thought. Get with the right person. That's all I can tell you because if there's a question that comes up regarding the brand, at least you can call someone. If you try
Mhm.
to do it on your own, you're gonna now have to go and search for an attorney anyway. So might as well start in the very beginning. So that's my thought. And just to add to that, Wendy had when we were doing the podcast, she got an email from someone saying that stop using that name. Now
Mhm.
I this is my thought is it didn't come from an attorney. So if it came from someone sending you an email, do you take that serious or not, Dan? Or do you go, well, that's really not legit?
Yeah, obviously there's some a little bit more credence when it comes from an attorney. So when I've sent these types of letters in the past, I want to be as sure as possible to know that if I'm sending it on behalf of my client, that they have the rights to it. Because the risk of sending that type of letter is what's called a declaratory action. What basically means is you open up yourself to getting sued to determine who the user is, who the true user is. Now, if you have the certificate like you have in your hand, it's going to be hard for someone to chat. Not impossible, but it's going to be like someone would think twice to sue Leanne for having it because now she has presumptive rights. But if you don't have the certificate, if you have a larger target on your back, and the ownership is kind of more questionable at this point. But if I'm sending it on behalf of a client, I want to be damn sure that they have the rights because if they don't, my client has the risk of being basically sued to determine who is the we'll call the prior user or the senior user of the trademark, unregistered trademark, and that can upend the whole business, their whole business world. And if you haven't gone through the cost of rebranding, it can be in the millions if you've invested a lot in your logo and your signs and whatever beer koozies that you have. Now you have to get rid of those to the Goodwill because you can't use them, right? And so yeah, so a lot of those things are going
Okay,
to
I haven't heard beer koozies for 30 years. Okay.
You haven't been to Alabama lately, okay? Senior Bowl had them everywhere.
Thanks for tuning in to Legal Tips for Smart Entrepreneurs. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, hit the bell icon so you never miss an update. Drop your questions in the comments. I'm here to help. Stay informed and stay empowered.